Paxton's rescue. One day, Paxton was puffing down the old wooden bridge when suddenly there was a big bump on the track. Paxton's driver stopped Paxton to check the bridge. There are cracks on the supports. That could be dangerous, cried Paxton. It might fall down if it's not repaired. And he hurried off to warn the other engines. The engines were waiting for the coal when Paxton arrived. Don't use the old wooden bridge. It's dangerous. How would you know? Moaned Bert. You're only a diesel. And he puffed crossly away. He didn't even wait for his coal. Paxton hurried along the line to tell the Fat Controller about the bad news. Thank you, said the Fat Controller. I'll send all my engineers to investigate the bridge. Meanwhile, nobody is to use it. Paxton's driver and fireman put up a sign. Line closed. The engines had to travel a different way. Meanwhile, Bert needed more coal to get home. When he got to the junction, it was empty. Bother, I won't go home without my coal. Where's the nearest bunker? On the other side of the old wooden bridge, continued Luke. But you can't cross. Paxton says it's not safe. Paxton always makes things how worse they are. I'm sure puffing down the old wooden bridge won't hurt, said Bert's driver. Then Bert puffed away. When they got to the junction, Bert's driver removed the sign. And they set off once more in their long, long journey. And that was a big mistake. I'm out of steam. He had used up all his coal. What's that? Cried Bert nervously. His driver heard it too. The old wooden bridge was starting to collapse. Paxton, whispered Luke. Bert is going to cross the bridge. I'd better check he's all right, continued Paxton. But the cracks on the supports were getting larger and larger. A beam snapped. The pieces of timber splashed into the water below. Help! Screamed Bert. I'm going to fall! Then Paxton was on the way. Bert was so surprised that he had never felt so scared in all his life. Paxton went carefully onto the bridge. With a mighty heave, he pulled Bert out of the bridge. Hold on! Pull! Shouted Bert. Then Paxton pulled Bert out of the bridge just in time. Later that night, the Fat Controller spoke severely to Bert. That was very irresponsible, he said. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. And Paxton, you were very brave.
Yes, Paxton, you really are a useful engine.
Thank you, sir, said Paxton, and with that, Paxton smiled with joy. He felt like that he was a really useful engine.